Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hear It Here on the Bluegrass Jamboree. My name is Rita Small, and you typically hear me along with Tim Strong every Saturday on Bluegrass in the Valley. But today, I have the privilege of introducing to you Miss Sarah Chapman. Sarah grew up in northeastern Alabama, and as a young girl, she dreamed of being a singer. Well, Sarah has made that dream come true and has released her first project entitled Winnebago, and over the next little bit, we're going to hear from her and play a couple of tracks from that project. So please join me in welcoming to the Bluegrass Jamboree, Miss Sarah Chapman. Well, we want to, as we always say here at the Bluegrass Jamboree and Bluegrass in the Valley, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to chat with us a little bit. On the phone today, we have Miss Sarah Chapman. She is going to be one of those fresh faces in bluegrass that you want to keep an eye out for. It is. You got a brand new project out entitled Winnebago, and man, is it a great first project to get out there.
Oh man, it's been such an exciting project.
Who all do you have on the project with you? Or on the new single?
Gosh.
Who do you have on the new single with you?
How long do you have?
I know you've got the who's who. You've got the who's
Yeah. So, we've got Seth Taylor, we've got Aubrey Haney, Gavin Largent on dobro, Brent Mason on some guitar, Scotty Sanders on steel, Garth Justice on drums. I could go on and on.
Well, but no, I mean, you've got a really great studio musicians in there with you on this.
Oh man, they're the absolute best, and I'm so lucky to have them.
And I know one thing that I was reading on your website you had, and you said that you want to be a bridge for your generation to bring them into bluegrass.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people get caught up in the stereotypical bluegrass stuff, and they don't get to hear like what it really is. I feel like, you can take those bluegrass instruments and give it a younger feel, and it brings them over to this side. So it's really neat.
I agree completely, and I think you've done a really great job on the new single with incorporating that younger feel with a little bit of the drums and a little bit of that steel guitar going on and things like that. So it's very tastefully done.
Thank you.
Your album, we tend to call that country grass
There you go.
on our show because it's what country should be. So
Yeah, see, you know what? That's exactly how I feel.
it is. It's such a fantastic project. So the new single is called Angry Weather. And who wrote that tune?
Yes, ma'am. Lacey Green and Markham Stewart. I actually met Lacey through my guitar player Seth and have fallen in love with her writing. She wrote, I think, 6 songs off of the record. She's incredible.
She done a great song on, with Angry Weather. Great job on
For sure.
that one. Sarah, we were talking before the interview, and as I said, we played this song a couple of weeks ago on Bluegrass in the Valley and received some very positive feedback from the listeners, and I am so anxious to let today's listeners hear this song, and we're going to go ahead and play this right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the latest single from Sarah Chapman. This one is entitled Angry Weather.
His boots hit the floorboard and she knows that sound too well. Their pictures hanging on the wall start shaking off their nails. And everything goes quiet like the calm before the storm. The pressure starts to rise and the air is getting warm. She can see the raindrops falling so slow she can count. She can see the charcoal clouds rolling in the sky. She can feel the wind wrap around her like a mother. Thunder starts She tells herself it's gonna get better. She's stuck for now, just waiting out that angry weather. His words can strike like lightning, sending chills from down the hall. It won't be long before he starts to slur, it's all her fault. And sometimes she feels like Noah waiting on a little white dove. As the waters rise around her, pain and love get tangled up. She can see the raindrops falling so slow she can count. She can see the charcoal clouds rolling in the sky. She can feel the wind wrap around her like a mother. Thunder starts exploding like the 4th of July. She knows this levee is gonna break. That house is gonna rattle and that ground is gonna shake. She tells herself it's gonna get better, but she's stuck for now, just waiting out that angry weather. A tiny ray of sunlight sneaks under the bedroom door, but it only lasts a moment till it's gone again once more. She knows this levee is gonna break. Their house is gonna rattle and the ground is gonna shake. She tells herself it's gonna get better. She keeps loving him somehow, so she waits out that angry weather.
What got you into bluegrass?
So my dad is a banjo player. Naturally, I grew up in festivals and loved just going to see everybody play. Daly and Vincent was probably my top, and I have most of their band on my record now. Darren actually plays on a few songs, but yeah. So I would go and see them, and I wanted more than just to sit out in the audience. I knew that I wanted to be on a stage singing.
Who were some of your influences growing up?
Alison Krauss is right at the top. Love her. She is my everything. And I'd say next to her is Leanne Womack. That would probably be the country side of my voice, where that style comes from.
Well,
those are two of my biggest.
you definitely have that country twang when you sing, and a little bit of that heartache in your voice. So it's great. We also have to give a big shout out to your dad. He is your booking agent. Am I correct in that?
Oh, yeah.
And
he's my booking agent, my biggest supporter.
You could not have a better one in your corner. Nobody better than Daddy.
I agree.
You are actually signed with the Bell Buckle. Is that correct?
I am.
So yeah, Valerie Smith, she's getting some really great artists in her corner right now. So you'll be.
She is, and she totally deserves it. That woman is amazing.
She definitely is one of the hardest working women in bluegrass. And then she
no doubt.
does
No doubt.
not-
She'll send me an email with all the tasks that she just gotten done, and it'll take me 10 minutes to read that email, and I'm just sitting here like, how long did it take you to do this?
Well, I'll tell you, when you get a good booking agent and a good record label in your back corner, you've got something really good and really solid to build on. So
For sure.
You know, Sarah, you mentioned a little bit ago that Leanne Womack was a big influence on your music and on your choices of songs. And on Winnebago, you can find a Leanne Womack tune entitled A Little Past Little Rock. Let's go on and share that one with our listeners.
short of breaking down is gonna get me off this road I'm on. Oh, and I'm still a far cry from gone. And I'm a little past Little Rock, further down the line. Too soon to know what's up ahead, too late to change my mind. Gotta keep my heart out of this, and both hands on the wheel. I'm learning more with every mile, just how leaving feels. It's a lonely stretch of blacktop out into the blue. I don't know where I'll go or what I'll do. I'm a little past Little Rock, but a long way from over you. I'm a little past Little Rock, but a long way from over you.
Well, I know COVID has kind of goofed everything up as
Oh,
far as
man,
getting
for sure.
anybody out there to kind of tour right now. But what is 2021 looking like for you? You've got some things scheduled?
We've got a couple that are in the works as we speak, so we're excited for all of that. So hopefully we'll have a good year.
Where can our listeners find your music?
Yeah, so you can find me on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music. It's all out there. My website is www.sarahc, as in Chapman, music.com, and you can order my album there as well if you want a hard copy. So I'm on Instagram. That's at @schapmanmusic. On Facebook, and I'm just Sarah Chapman on there. Anything else you would need, again, is at my website, www.sarahcmusic.com.
All right. And I'll tell you what, the new project is entitled Winnebago. And we want to encourage our listeners to get out there and get that downloaded or get it purchased from your website. It's a fantastic project. It is a great mix of bluegrass that kind of walks that very tasteful line between country and bluegrass. And I think it's going to find a lot of listeners will get in your corner on that one.
Sounds good.
And as we always say at Bluegrass in the Valley, our airwaves are your airwaves. So if you got anything coming down the pike, make sure you give us a holler. We'll be glad to share it with our listeners.
I sure appreciate it.
And a big thank you to Sarah Chapman for taking the time to speak with us this morning on Hear It Here. Her new project is entitled Winnebago, and you want to make sure you go out and pick up a copy of that one. And you have been listening to Hear It Here only on the